saying?
Starting Friday off with some porn music, I see.
It's not porn music.
It is.
No, it's not. It's funky.
It's
There's
not.
some horns.
It is not funky. There's nothing funky about that.
Every time I play horn music, you think it's porn? It's horn, not porn.
No.
Good morning, everyone.
I should choose the music.
Fly in the Wall Productions, live on Facebook and YouTube and streamed everywhere you get your podcasts. On the web at airedoutvt.com. We're going to warm up to 44 degrees today, Raylene.
Thank you, Glenn.
Is Glenn on?
Yes, and he says, good Friday morning, and that's porn music.
No, it's not, Glenn. It's not at all.
It's not our fault that you've lived a very sheltered life and you don't know what porn music is.
It's 70s funk. It's not porn. Just because you say 70s, you don't say, if any, associate 70s with porn. It's just funk. It's horns. Do you remember the band? And I ask everyone this morning. The band Tower of Power. Do you remember Tower of Power?
No.
It's one of my favorite bands. I was rocking out to them last night. So loud in my car. 44 later on today, Raylene. It's going to be mild.
Love it.
Partly cloudy. Good Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Yeah. 44 degrees. 33 tonight. Few clouds. 33. Boring. Tomorrow, 37 for the daytime high. Cloudy early. More sunshine for the afternoon coming in. And then Sunday, we've got some light rain and 40 degrees.
Yeah, and the light rain, though, is going to turn to heavy rain in the evening hours and go through until Monday.
70% chance. Look at you, Miss Fancy Pants, with the forecast. Meteorologist Raylene.
Well, I have to keep track of these things.
Shit. And then Monday, rain 52. Ooh.
I love the 52 part.
Is this global warming? 52?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what anything is anymore. The whole world's gone freaking mad. That's what I can tell you.
Happy birthday today to Susan Donahue. Dave Sheridan. Look at these people. These are all rock stars. Paul Parent. Howard Dolan. Cassandra Howard. Diane Flood. There's a rock star. Wanda Woodard. Chris Robbins. You ever heard that guy play the guitar? Holy shit. If it's the same Chris I'm thinking of. Paul White is on the birthday list today.
Paul and Dave. Yeah, I know a few of them.
What about Betty French? You know Betty?
No.
54 today.
Happy birthday to everybody.
Yeah. Nicole Spooner. You want me to keep going? Holy
Yes,
crap.
there's
Look at
more.
Look at these birthdays. Let's see. Nicole Spooner and Bill Codling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Bill Codling is?
I do.
Happy birthday. 53 years old.
He's getting up there.
Yeah.
Bill, husband to Karina.
There you go.
Brother to Jack and Allison.
Wow. I want to start out this morning talking about this Connor from Northfield.
Yes. Such a sweetheart. I posted one of his things this morning.
I know. I'm gonna see if I can play it this morning.
He had a little joke
Can I play
for
it?
today. I don't know if you can play it or not.
I don't know if I can play it because we're live.
You have to find it
We'll
first.
find out. We'll find out. This kid is so positive, and yeah, I'm not going to play it because my computer's acting funky this morning. Actually, I think I can play the audio. I don't know. No, I can't even do that. So
I hope we can play my video
yeah.
I was tormenting my dogs.
Do you want me to try to play that right now?
So I have to tell everybody why I
set
did
it up.
So there's a little TikTok thing going on where people just randomly bark like crazy at their dogs because when their dogs are sleeping and not paying attention because, when the leaves blow outside, that's what our dogs do to us.
Sure.
It's certainly what my dogs do to me.
But only the small
Drives
ones.
me crazy.
No.
Big dogs, small dogs, it does not matter. And so yesterday, after I had seen that video the night before, I decided to do that to my babies.
All right.
And they were not impressed. They just were not.
So, in other words, what you're doing is you're giving your dogs
A taste of their own medicine.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. So,
Not that one, because that one gets you stuck. The next one down,
I can
right?
play this one as long as. All right. Well, hold on.
Oh, so
Let me
can
try.
play both?
I think
okay.
I can. I think I can.
All right.
Hold on. We got a computer that's funky this morning. I'm going to see if I can play it. All right, but I want to. There. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. You ready? I love it. It's fantastic. And then there's one where you do it with your dogs this morning.
Yes. Well, yesterday. I did it yesterday.
Let me see if I can find it here. And did it work?
Yes, it's up there.
All right, let's see.
But you have to put it over on the other side.
Yeah, I'll put it over on the other side. Here we go. All right, let's...
But it's already done playing.
Yeah, no, it'll play again. Here we go. Ready?
They were not happy with me, especially Oliver. He growled at me.
Yeah. There's the growl right here. He looks like he's going to take your damn leg off.
I know. He's such a baby, though.
Yeah. I mean, every morning I come in and, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the hearing of either one of these dogs.
No, they literally bark at everything. It pisses me off. And you can be almost asleep. You can be on the phone. You can just be relaxing, not paying attention, reading. And these fools go batshit crazy. And it startles you every time.
Well, what about
there.
like a...
Now they know.
What about a dog?
Happy birthday, David Sheridan.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dave. We were just talking about you. What about a bark collar?
I know. I've thought about it, but it's just kind of mean. But... boy, have I thought about it because it pisses me off.
Well, what they're doing to you is mean, Raylene.
I know.
I mean, they try to take my leg off every single morning I come in here.
Well, that's understandable.
By the way, our time here in this underground bunker at Raylene's
It's getting shorter.
Is getting shorter. Our studio is coming along beautifully. Been over there. I'm over there like every other day seeing what Barstow Construction is doing at 185 North Main Street. And it seems like every other day I walk in there and I'm stunned.
It's more. I know. The painting's all done, everything.
It's amazing.
So looking at some more time, though, probably second week of January.
Yeah.
Still some stuff to get through. But pretty soon.
I mean, I was telling John Biondolillo the other day, I'm like, he's asking, when are you going to be in there? And I'm like, once we get the green light, it's going to take, it's not like we're going to be able to go on the air the next day. We got a lot of stuff to bring over there and set up and plug in and
clean and there's a lot of stuff to do.
I was over there wiping down XLR cords the other night. I mean, it's just there's a lot of stuff.
We might be off the air for a couple of days just while we try to regroup and reposition.
Yeah.
Although we could, use our phones. We've certainly done that before, but it's going to be a bit.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a while, but man, it is just so cool to see what's going on over there.
You know what today is?
It is.
And I can't even believe that you missed this.
It's the 15th of the month, Raylene. I know
It's
what
National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. Ha ha! And I didn't have to suffer.
You should have texted me last
Freak you!
night.
I did not want to have to look at that pink and baby blue thing.
Look at yours.
I don't care. That's still cuter than your women's sweater that you wear that makes your boobs look huge.
There's nothing wrong with that, Raylene. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good
Boy, you
girl.
just slammed me hard.
Good gracious Lord.
I love my Christmas sweater, and yeah, I'm gonna wear it as we get closer to Christmas. I'm gonna put it on the air.
The helicopters. So I did see a post this morning. I believe it was from, I don't remember if it was Vermont Electric or what it was called, but it wasn't GMP. I think it was electric in general, but they are checking lines and trees, and they're trying to help themselves before the next heavy, wet snow, so that we don't keep getting caught with thousands of people without power.
And sometimes the best way to do that is by helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to hike through the woods looking for busted up trees? Probably not.
Put some snowshoes on me and I'll do
they
it.
just run the power line with the helicopters.
Let's be honest. When there's a helicopter in the air, some of us can get kind of sensitive to that and kind of freak out. What the hell's going on? Is it a car accident? Is it a drug bust? What's happening?
Well, there's been a couple of those the last few days as well.
Well, it was yesterday morning at about, I think, like shortly after 8 o'clock.
You got word of one of them.
Yeah.
There were a few yesterday, and which is awesome. And the reports are, it hasn't been made public yet. There's not a lot of public information, but I'm sure as soon as it can be made public, it will be. Sometimes, well, one, it takes a lot to get all that stuff done.
Sure.
And two, maybe they have some work to do today and they're not ready to say what's going on.
Of course. Respect. But a lot of activity on that one in central Vermont yesterday. We're not even going to say at this point, and we know, but I think, we're just going to, what town it was in and all that stuff. We're just going to keep it.
Yeah, and I can't express enough. When you see that stuff, when you see like a huge police presence, I know that it's your instinct to, go and put it on the internet somewhere.
Right.
Just don't.
Yeah.
You first of all, risk the investigation if somebody sees it, that it's, even that was traveling back to that location, would obviously probably not go to that location. It puts the officers at danger. It impedes their investigation. Just don't. Just wait.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what was it like in 1988. We didn't do that. We saw it, and we might tell our neighbor, but it wasn't all over Hell's Creation in a matter of 30 seconds.
Sure.
And we just have to be careful about that.
Yeah,
mindful.
We do. Yeah, we do.
Luckily, because I'm the admin of a few pages, I could turn the pages off, and which just means that it requires post approval. If people want to post something, I have to approve it before it gets put on the page. And yesterday, I kept 23 of those posts from going on the pages, which is insane.
We jump at information. We are human beings. We draw conclusions. We make assumptions. We're all guilty of it. We've all done it. And I mean, the last thing we want to do is have it interfere with any kind of investigation or cause
harm.
Give some of the or cause harm, or give some of these thugs a heads up on what's going down. So, and there's lots of reasons. But anyway, headlines today: police identify a man shot at the apartment in St. Albans. We have all eyes on New York for new congressional maps ahead of the 2024 election. Let's see. We have Zero Energy modules open for the 5th grade at Orchard Elementary School. Some interesting things to read about this morning. We want to say this morning...
A drive-by shooting in Morristown, a dead body recovered of a missing woman.
In Champlain.
Yeah, there's actually lots of stuff. A Montpelier man who was charged with child sexual assault.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Many stories right now and a lot going on in the area.
What's up with this Morristown police drive-by shooting? Excuse me. Do we know anything more on that? That's
Well, that's what I was just.
Yeah,
telling you.
I know. But do we know what?
Well,
what
it was where
happened?
it happened is the home is not. The police are well aware of that home, where it is, who lives there, and what goes on there. It was actually happened at one of the homes that was searched during the time those two missing men were from.
Yeah.
I think Massachusetts. Those two gentlemen that were ended up being found deceased.
Yeah.
That home is one of the homes that was searched during that time. That's what we know.
So this went down around 9:17 on Wednesday night on Center Road in Morristown, and police are looking for a black-colored SUV with tinted windows. So, man, what's going on in some of our towns?
What color do you think the license plates probably are?
If I were to say to you right now, Raylene,
Cadillac or Lexus?
if I were to tell you what color the license plates are, I would get so much heat. If I were to suggest
for profiling,
what state I think they're coming from, and there's plenty that would probably argue, hey, it could be, right here in Vermont. You don't know.
Could be.
We don't know.
Could be.
This woman missing, or this woman whose body was found in Champlain, New York, was trying to get across the border, and they're saying she may have been pregnant, and trying to 33 years old, trying to cross the Chazy River.
Yep.
On yesterday morning around 11 o'clock. I can't believe this stuff is going on.
Me either.
People trying to get into the U.S. illegally. It's just a very sad story. It really is on many levels. We want to say this morning how important it is to shop local. If you're going to be out this weekend doing any shopping, try to keep it right here in your backyard. Try to keep it in Barrie or Montpelier or Berlin or your surrounding community. It is so, so important. I wasn't going to say this, but I'm gonna. Okay? I'm going to say it.
Sure. You go ahead.
Probably going to get, I don't know, I might get a little bit of a kick in the ass.
Since when do we care? Just spit it out.
So yesterday I was with a friend, and we happened to be in Burlington. And I went to 3 different stores looking for something that was very simple for this friend that I was with. Sierra, I'm going to name them out, okay? I'm just going to say it.
Go ahead.
Sierra, REI, and Dick's Sporting Goods. I know what people are going to drop comments right now. Well, JD, you have to understand that they're short staffed and and I understand. Some of the worst service that I've ever experienced in my life. I literally feel like I could have walked in and filled an entire shopping cart of stuff and walked right out, and no one would have even known that I was even in the store. It's like if I had cut my arm off, I don't know that anyone would have noticed and come over and offered to help. What are you looking for? I mean, some of these people, employees, are just standing around, staring at the floor, boreder than hell, completely checked out, clueless, half asleep, just totally zoned out, just checked out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's like, simple question. Hi, do you have, I'll come up with something easy here. Gloves. Gloves? Yes, gloves. What kind of gloves? I don't know. Summertime gloves? I mean, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shop local. And I'm not trying to like make a dig on some of these big box stores, some of these big franchises. I'm just saying shop local, because the last thing you're going to get, Raylene,
is
service like that.
Yeah.
When you walk into a place like Nelson's Hardware.
Right, exactly.
Or frankly anywhere in Barrie or Montpelier.
Yeah, I agree.
You're going to be greeted, first of all, hi, how are you today? Is there something I can help you find? Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's a bookstore or a pharmacy or whatever. Just, you're not going to be, I don't know, man. It's like, so I want to say, shop local, please, if you can, first. Secondly, if you wear glasses, which I do, no, I'm not wearing them this morning, or you know someone who wears glasses or contacts, here is a rather creative and different gift idea for you. Mm-hmm. From now until the 22nd of November, which is coming up really fast. Today's the 15th.
It sure is.
Today's the 15th. Go over to Optical Expressions in their new location in the Blanchard Block up on the 4th floor. 4th floor, JD. I can't get up to the 4th floor. You walk into the elevator, you hit 4, the doors close, they open up, boom. Optical Expressions is right in front of you.
You are in Optical Expressions.
Pretty much. Yep. They have a something going on right now, a promotion that we got to mention here. Bottom line is you're going to save money if you want to get a gift certificate. And you know what, Raylene? Get the gift certificate for yourself if you want to. You don't have to get it as a gift for someone else. Get it for yourself if you have glasses or contacts. $50, you're going to pay $40. $50 gift certificate, you pay $40. $100 gift certificate, $75. Perfect idea for someone who wears glasses or contacts. Mm-hmm. And also a great gift idea if you know someone has crappy eyesight and they've got an appointment coming up.
Right.
They can apply that for that too.
Right. Sunglasses. That's what I would use it for. Yeah.
Yeah. So get over to Optical Expressions, oeberlin.com. They're open 24/7 on that website, 8 to 6 Monday through Friday. 4th floor of the Blanchard Block. Park out back. Parking's free, Raylene, in the city. You have no excuse.
That's right. No excuse whatsoever.
I can't park back there. There's plenty of parking. Just walk into the Blanchard Block and go into the 4th floor. Talk to Optical Expressions. Will, Mark, Tim, the rest of the staff, great people over there.
They'd love to see you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We have to say, welcome to the pub in Williamstown.
Yes.
They have come on board as a presenting sponsor of the podcast. So welcome to the pub in Williamstown. Tonight, 8 p.m., TJ Powers Trio
takes there you go.
The stage at 8 p.m.
TJ Powers is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, he is.
And here's the other thing. When he's not playing the guitar, just a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah.
Friendly. Talented. Get over to the pub. My God.
Yeah, 8 p.m. tonight, he takes the stage. And, of course, you can go there prior to get something to eat, have a drink, hang out.
Yeah.
Great place. They have all kinds of stuff coming up. We have all kinds of things to announce for them. And they do breakfast every Sunday. All you can eat breakfast every Sunday. So we'll be talking about that a little bit more too. And I'll be posting up the menu and all that great stuff for that.
When you say breakfast, are you also saying Bloody Marys, or are you just saying breakfast?
You can't say one without the other,
I'm
dumbass.
just asking. It's just a question.
And it's at a pub.
Just a question. So you can get the Bloody Marys over there.
Well, yes.
With all the olives and the celery and all that shit in there. I love Bloody Marys.
Me too. They're my favorite.
Do you like a little Tabasco sauce in there?
Of course.
What about horseradish?
Sometimes it depends on what it's made with. If I don't like to have both, I like to have one or the other. But it depends on who's making it, what else is in it, whether there's a shrimp in the top or just bacon and celery or whatever.
Yep.
But I love them.
That's really exciting. We're going to swing over there and chat with Lindsay one of these days.
Yes, we are.
All right. That's so cool. Donnybrook Fight Promotions was live last night. It was last night, just I think right around this time or so, or 8 o'clock or something like that. Spinning the wheel for the winner of food and drinks for the Battle in Barrie 12. They're doing the 12 days of giveaways. And they're also giving a special promotion for students. So if you're in Spalding High School, any high school, anywhere, and it doesn't have to be a high school. If you're a student,
bring your student ID.
If you have one, and if you don't, they'll probably just take your word for it that you're a student, and get your ticket, and you're going to save. It's that simple. DonnybrookFightPromotions.com.
Nice.
I can't remember how much money they're shaving off your ticket if you're a student, but
will find out and I'll post it. How's that?
Yeah, that would be great. They want to encourage high school and other students to come out and see what's going on inside the Barrie Auditorium. There's so many high schoolers that love to watch UFC. It's right in your backyard.
Yeah.
Amateur MMA.
Yeah. $20 ticket.
$20 ticket. Who's listening right now?
Rex Thompson.
Oh, God. Is he?
Yeah. So that means that the answer is the answer. I mean,
all right. $20.
Yeah. If you're a student, that's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
What the hell else are you going to do in January on a Saturday night?
For kids, nothing. There is not a lot to do at all around here. It's great.
Get your friends together, get a bunch of tickets, go, yell, scream. You can scream, punch them in the face. You can, let go a little bit, have some fun, and keep watch of the Donnybrook Fight Promotions Facebook page. And your chance to win. Basically, the bottom line is you engage with their social media, and you're probably going to walk away with, at the very least, a lanyard, a bracelet, a keychain, what have you.
Right.
But maybe some free tickets. Just pay attention. What's going on? Because that's coming up really soon. Really soon.
We have some other things coming up too. So tomorrow from 9 to 11:30, we have Santa's going to be at Preston's Kia, and the kids can get their pictures taken with Baby Beluga as well. There's going to be prizes, like really nice prizes that you can sign up for, hot chocolate, cookies, different crafts and activities for the kids to do. It's going to be a great time. They do it. This is their third year, and as we know, they're always very much involved in the community. They've got a Toys for Tot drive going on down there, and they have some other giveaways, money, cash giveaways and stuff going on as well. In addition to Santa coming to town tomorrow.
Sure.
Preston's Kia, 9 to 11:30. The photos with Baby Beluga did need to be, that that was something that you needed to RSVP and had to be set up.
Yes.
So that is ended. If you haven't already signed up, you won't be able to sign up now. And then we also have to be mindful of the fact that Santa Claus does have many places to go.
Yeah,
so the
right.
time frame is, pretty tight. It's pretty strict to the 9
Sure.
to 11:30.
Yeah.
And then we have the holiday craft fair at the Berlin Elementary School, one of the bigger craft fairs of the year.
Huge. I've been.
And I've heard that they have a lot of vendors that are going to be there. So that's really exciting as well. We have...
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
One of the vendors at the Berlin Elementary School craft show is Chuck Thompson. Chuck Martin.
I was going to say, I don't know.
Chuck Martin is one of the most talented jewelry makers I'm serious, I have ever seen. He takes like all these feathers and these crystals and he winds them together and he makes some of the most beautiful jewelry that you'll ever see.
Interesting.
Chuck Martin.
And he'll be at the craft fair?
Yes, he is. Yeah, if you get on chuckmartin.com, you can see all of the work that he does. I mean, he's really...
We'll have to check it out.
And he's a hell of a musician, too. He might be playing the guitar.
You never know. Yeah.
And making jewelry at the same time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A man of many talents.
Go ahead.
And then we have Christmas on the Farm at Fairmont Farm. Well, Fairmont Farms, but on the Lyle Haven Road, right on Route 14. So that happens tomorrow from 4 to 7. Christmas on the Farm at Fairmont Farms. And that's located on Lyle Haven Road, right off of Route 14 in East Montpelier.
And that's like
That
everything.
is pretty cool. It's a live nativity scene and cocoa and cookies and all kinds of great things. If you've never been to that, really check it out. It's pretty awesome. It's very nice. It's an awesome night for you and your family.
Can you just kind of dumb that down for me a little bit? So if you're coming up 14 and you pass the Central Vermont Humane Society on your left, it's going to be right after that, right?
Not too far past that on the left. Yes.
Where the big bend in the bend in the road.
Well, you come around that big bend, and there is another left-hand road before that road. It's like right after the Humane Society. It's the second left past the Humane Society.
There you go. And I'm sure there'll be signs.
Oh, there are signs. I mean, there's a big sign right out at the beginning of the road.
Okay.
It's pretty much right directly across from the rock place.
Yes.
So, yes.
Black something rock.
Yep.
Blackwell? I can't remember.
I don't know either.
Blackstone.
But that's up there. And then if you did not get a chance to meet Santa at Preston's, if you're running a little bit behind, he will be right down here in downtown Berry City in front of Wobby's from 11 to 1.
All right.
You can go down and have cookies,
My God. Really?
cocoa, meet Santa, get your picture taken with Santa, and don't forget to bring your letters. There's still time to put your letter in the Santa box
Don't screw that up.
because it's magic, you know. Santa is magical, and he's going to take all those letters with him tomorrow. So if you forgot to put your letter in the box, make sure you bring it with you tomorrow, right in front of Wobby's, 11 to 1.
I would love to read my letter to Santa on the air sometime between now.
For God's sakes, I don't even want to know what you would be asking Santa for.
I've already written it, and I asked Sherilyn, I said, do you think I should read this on the air? And she said, oh my God, no.
I'm not surprised by that one bit.
But anytime, she or you say no, that makes me more inclined to say yes. So maybe you guys should be like, yes, JD, that's a great idea. Do it.
Reverse psychology doesn't work with you.
Santa's, the last time I sat on Santa's lap, it didn't go so well. I was trying to.
Well, I would think not. I'm going to sit on Santa's lap at Wilkins tomorrow. Yeah.
Are you gonna? Do a little touchy-feely? Tickle?
No, I'm going to sit on Santa's lap, get my picture taken. That's it.
I'm just asking.
I'm not like you.
Well, that's what I did, and it didn't.
Lord,
he was pissed.
I'm not surprised by that fact. Not one bit.
What are you gonna ask him for? Because you know he's gonna say,
I have everything I need.
Okay.
I don't need to ask him for anything.
Then why the hell waste his time sitting on his goddamn lap, Raylene?
So I can get my picture taken with him.
Oh. Okay.
Because he's cute.
Could you put in a request for me? I mean, if you ask for something for yourself that I really want, maybe you could get it.
I'm not gonna. I'll tell him that I want him to bring all the boys and girls everything they want.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell him.
Tall order there, honey.
Yeah.
College football, the college football bowl season begins tomorrow. 43 bowl games over the next 3 weeks, Raylene. I'm sure Shep was talking about this last night. Not last night, Wednesday night. She had to be.
I'm sure.
Had to be.
Part of her show, I was in a meeting, so I couldn't listen to part of the show.
Okay. All right.
She was out here live. I was in my room on Zoom.
Okay.
Because that happens more often than not.
Yeah.
Thank God we can do all that here.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Be on
know.
that many devices at the same time, because sometimes I'm in a meeting, Craig's in a meeting, Shep's live. It's crazy.
I'm calling you. Mm-hmm. What else is going on? Oh, we should probably call Logan Luce. He knows more about this.
Well, do it up.
He knows about this college football bowl season.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
What the hell does that mean? What is, like a Super Bowl? What is that?
Listen, you're asking the wrong person.
Well, I'm asking myself. I'm the wrong person. But George McGinnis, Basketball Hall of Famer, cardiac arrest, dead at 73 years old. It's buzzing right now in the sports world. But here's Logan with us. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning, JD. How are you today?
Oh, could not possibly be better. I'm so good that if I were to tell you, you might be jealous, bud.
Really?
Good morning.
Oh my
Good
God.
morning, Logan.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy? What's going on? What's new? What's happening? I was just saying that the college football bowl season begins tomorrow. 43 games over the next 3 weeks.
I did hear about that. I will be honest, I have watched here and there games, but I haven't been super consistent with it. However, I noticed how many siblings there are in college. Like Tua's younger brother is in college. He plays for Maryland. And Brock Purdy from the 49ers, his brother plays for another team as well. So I noticed that. Maybe there's more siblings, but I've noticed a lot of like siblings in like the college scene. Sure.
And help me learn here. The NFL draft is always in April?
The NFL draft, I want to say it's more closer. I want to say it's like midsummer, because the Super Bowl should be around March, or like February, March is when the Super Bowl should be, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I'm braining out. But I know the Super Bowl is like at the beginning of like the year, and then the draft is about a couple months later, because they do what is called the combine, the NFL combine, and that's when scouts get to watch the actual like college players like prove themselves in a combine.
Yeah.
And a combine is when they do things like bench pressing, get their stats, how many reps of bench pressing can they do? How many lateral jumps can they do?
Yeah.
How fast can they run the 40-yard dash? So they do they do the combine, which takes a while for, honestly, I don't know why it takes as long as it does. But yeah, the Super Bowl's not till February, and I
February
want
11th, Sunday,
yeah,
February 11th.
Sunday, February 11th, correct. And then the NFL Combine starts like 2 months later, I believe.
That's when Lori Shepard starts to get a little twitch in her eye, and she gets a little neurotic. Actually, she gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know.
So the scout, I did some research real quick and found that so the combine starts in March, on the 2nd or 3rd of March is when the combine starts.
All right.
And the draft should be, like I said, I think the draft is somewhere in like June, but I can double check.
You got to admit, though, man, I know you're a big NFL guy, but some of these college football games are absolutely fantastic.
Oh no, there definitely are. I've watched a lot of good college games. The thing about college that I do like about, I do enjoy about college is the fact that they really like, it's a very high scoring game, and sometimes you'll see some like crazy scores.
Yeah.
There definitely is a lot more there's a lot less timeouts, and there's definitely a lot more consistency to college football. Well, NFL football can have its like, it can have, depending on the game and who's playing and how it's going, it could be like really intense the whole way, or it could be really slow. Then it gets intense, then it gets slow again. So it can really decipher. But college games are usually straightforward. They're always usually like intense because it's all the young kids trying to prove themselves. So
Sure.
you really get the best of them for the most part.
Exactly. What happened last night, Thursday Night Football in the NFL?
Last night's game was a crazy game, massive blowout, actually. A very big, actually, probably the largest, a deficit I've seen in a minute, probably this year, was 63-21. The Raiders beat the Chargers 63-21. Neither starting quarterback played, though. Over in the Raiders side, we had Aidan O'Connell. I don't know if I've heard much about him, but 20 for 34 with 248 yards and 4 touchdowns. Very impressive. Then on the other side, we have Easton Sticks, who threw 23 for 32 for 257 yards with 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. So yeah, very intense game for the Chargers. I saw at one point during the game, the Raiders were up 42-0 at one point.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really not a fun game if you're an LA Chargers fan. But like I said, to be fair, it's like neither team had either their starting quarterback. So I was very interested by the fact that this was a high scoring game. I was like this is like a very like it's a game with like neither team having their quarterback starting. So it's definitely like, or at least their starting quarterback. So it's definitely like, oh wow. Yeah, massive game for sure, especially for the Raiders.
I'm sure Shep is going to be talking about that on Monday night here on.
I bet so. Considering, like I said, it's like that's a huge blowout. That's a really big deal.
Yeah.
So,
Four Quarters podcast is really picking up some steam here. 49ers and Ravens for possibly the Super Bowl. There seems to be a lot of chatter about that.
I agree with the 49ers potentially being there. As a Seahawks fan, I can admit that. But I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about the Ravens making it. Because my thing about the Ravens is the problem is they very much, and it's very obvious, they very much heavily rely on Lamar Jackson as their like biggest threat. And so my only concern is that if Lamar Jackson at all sustains any injury going forward at all, like if he gets hurt, but good for them is at least they have a solid offensive line, so he doesn't really get sacked that often. But the only fear is if he gets injured, it's like, what are the Ravens gonna do? Because I don't know about you, but I don't know. I couldn't really see the Ravens doing it without Lamar Jackson. So it's I think the Ravens could, but if I'm gonna predict which AFC team is gonna make it this year, it could be them, but like I still think like, we can't count out the Chiefs and the Bills just yet. They're both still there. So it's like Ravens are definitely looking like the best team this season right now, in terms of like actual like what their record looks like. But like I said, is I don't know. I'm not fully I personally am not fully like set on the Ravens like this year in terms of their actual like skills. They definitely have a lot of good players, but I think they could, but I find it hard. Plus, we'll find out though this Monday, or not this Monday, but we will see it on Christmas, considering the Ravens and 49ers are playing on December 25th at 8:15 p.m.
Ravens and 49ers on Christmas Day?
Yes, we have the 49ers and Ravens playing on Christmas Day at 8:15.
Wow. Thanks,
So
pal.
we'll definitely so if she predicts that, we'll definitely get an early sneak peek at that if that's the case. If
Yeah.
that is like if it does come down to the Ravens and the 49ers, we'll at least get an idea of what that might look like this on Christmas. So
Thanks for connecting with us, pal. We love you, man.
yes, thank you for having me. You guys have a great rest of your week, or have a good weekend actually, because it's Friday.
You
guys
too,
take care.
Logan. Talk to you later.
You got it, buddy. Logan Luce right there on the line with us, talking about sports. And, of course, we can't say sports without saying high school basketball. I mean, my God, Raylene, it's, man, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge season. Shep is always talking about it with CB and Wheels. So, anyway.
Yes, I agree.
We back to this coming weekend. I can't believe today's the 15th.
Yeah,
already?
tomorrow's the big event, the big Santa Says Sorry event up at the auditorium.
Tell us.
So we know from 1 to 4, that's going to be open to all, open to the community for community activities and games and all kinds of different things going on there. At 4 o'clock, Santa will be making an announcement, and everybody is welcome to stay for that. But when that has happened, the community at large will depart, and the VIPs, RSVPs only, will remain. And the VIPs are people that were directly affected by the floods in July and lost everything or lost a lot. So at 4 o'clock, they take the stage and everything is dedicated to them and all about them, which is the way it should be. There's going to be a short word from the MC. There's going to be a prayer for the meal at 4:20, and then at 5 o'clock the meal will be served. And then after the meal, the shopping and gift wrapping commences. So everything that has been donated will be set up, and the adults and children alike will be given the opportunity to shop and look at all of the things that were brought in and pick something out for their parents, pick something out for their children.
That makes me cry.
And me too. It's an awesome way to do it. And it, the sense that it gives you that, you were able to actually do that step in the process of actually finding this gift that in your mind would be perfect for the person that you love.
That's what Christmas is about.
Exactly. And so that's going to happen from 5:30 till 7, or until all the gifts are gone and wrapped and the VIPs have left the building.
Amazing.
But this was a huge investment. I don't want to call it an investment, but this was all put on by an amazing group of people that without them, this couldn't have all happened.
Right.
And then the community who stepped forward and helped this all happen. So we really need to thank Enough Ministries, William Ravies, Connecting Hope, and the Hope Coalition for all their hard work. And then, of course, all of the amazing volunteers that will be at the event, helping with food.
A lot of people.
And distribution and with the wrapping and the whole thing. Thank you to everyone.
I give so much pat on the back to Dan Moland and Josh Fortier. And,
Me too.
And Pat up there. And, you know what they all say to me? Oh man, don't give me a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Give the community a pat on the back, because it's one thing, and William Ravies too. I give them a huge pat on the back. But it's one thing if someone has a great idea to execute something like this and to do something, but it's not going to be successful if the community doesn't respond. It doesn't engage.
And they don't mess around. I mean, when they decide to do something, they do it full throttle, 100%. They do it, and we're very fortunate to have them. And so I mean, it's open to the community from 1 to 4, and I encourage you, especially I think if you have children, to go and say hello and meet some of these people and that were truly affected, and give your children an actual clear view of what it's all about.
Sure.
I mean,
yes,
this is it. You can't get any closer than this to, but meet them and join them and let them know that they're supported and loved. And this is a community day for all of us, but it's a community day for all of us to be together and recognize that it's not, the holidays always aren't that easy for everyone.
That's right.
They're not always so joyous for everyone,
and yet
for many different reasons.
I know, and it's like I say it every year. You know, we got Andy. I love Andy Williams, but he's on the radio constantly saying it's the most wonderful time of the year, and it's for many.
It's not.
It's not.
But it can be in places like this, where if you go and you can see the joy that it brings. These parents and these young children that feel like they've been totally defeated, and you can see the joy that they have in their hearts and in their eyes, that at that moment, it's worth it.
Yeah. Lily just had a winter concert, a Christmas concert at her school, and they sang "Where Are You, Christmas?" And it's like Christmas isn't anything necessarily that you can hold in your hand or that you can see and smell. Sometimes, I mean, do we not learn that from the Grinch of all people? That it's Christmas is something that is very personal, that can get into someone's heart and the feeling that they have, whatever it may be, and they will never forget it. There are Christmases that I had when I was a tiny little kid that I will never forget for certain reasons that I won't go into on the air, but I'll never forget. And it's stuff like that.
And there are some people that just want to ignore the day altogether, and we have to understand and
yes,
and be okay with that. We have to understand that maybe they need that time, that they're hurting really bad, and they just don't want to deal with it at all. They just assume it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But support them and love them, and at least let them know that you're thinking of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think anyway.
Go ahead. Anything else that you have, I want to make sure that we get it on the...
Well, most important for me is that I think that everybody has heard by now that Vermont, Washington County lost an absolutely incredible woman, Barb Wilkins.
Barbara Wilkins.
And her obituary was in today's paper, and she was just a really cool lady. I'll never forget the first time I ever met her. It was actually when she was on Farwell Street. But just amazing people, amazing woman. Spitfire is an understatement. she just knew her stuff. And a lot of spunk she had, but a whole lot of class too. And she's just a really amazing lady. And hearts are with her family and all who know and loved her. Because when you say family, you have to say everybody at that dealership too. I mean, that was her home.
Yeah.
And
there all the time.
yeah. And so a big loss for the community. And so and again, we're talking about Christmas, the joyous time of the year. And here's an example of losing somebody so amazing at the most wonderful time of the year. And can't imagine.
Says right here in the obit, known as the backbone of the business, started Wilkins Harley Davidson in 1947.
Yeah.
That's like right after World War II.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Amazing
And
ladies.
the
So
thing
our
is,
hearts are with them.
She loved everybody. It didn't matter whether
No.
you were a motorcycle enthusiast or not.
No.
I mean, she just loved everyone.
Yeah.
She's a great lady. I'll miss her personally, and I know many others will as well.
Yes.
So, anything else this morning
I think that's
that we
it.
have?
It's everything on my list. I've checked everything off on my list.
That's a wrap.
Except for there's all kinds of stuff going on. The community calendar is large between the city and then just all of Washington County. Just check it out. There's a lot happening and a lot of free stuff that you can do with your family, which is perfect for this time of year.
Absolutely. It's and Raylene has done an outstanding job getting all of this organized. It's all on the Facebook page. Just get on and spend some time clickety click. Do it today if you can on your break and start, making some plans for the weekend. It's right upon us right now.
What the hell? My sister just popped on. I didn't know she ever watched. All of a sudden, I see my sister is watching with us. Say hi to Christine.
Hi, Christine. Hi, honey.
She's very happy you forgot to wear your Christmas sweater.
Has Christine ever been blessed to see my Christmas sweater?
There's nothing blessed about that. That's a wrap.
Jimmy Fallon, have you seen his?
No.
Check it out right there. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Good
That
Lord.
guy is
not as
so-
amazing as Jen Lawrence's.
Oh my God! Did you see that? Did you see that
I did.
sweater?
I did.
Oh my God! It was amazing. Cannot
Adorable.
believe it.
Have a great day, you guys.
Should we show Jen Lawrence's Christmas sweater?
She probably wouldn't hurt you too bad.
See if I can find it real quick. Yeah, no. Do you think she'd be ticked
No.
if I showed it?
No.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to find it here real quick.
Because no matter what, she's still cuter than you are. Do you want me to send it to you?
No, it's all right.
For
It's
God's
it's
sakes.
all right.
The
I
man,
can't-
I tell you.
No, I think she texted it to me.
Oh,
I think she texted it to me, and I don't have it right here. Damn it. That's all right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good. Take good care of one another.
love ya.
God bless.